Extra minutes.
Driving in here, we saw young kids with M16s. Is that a normal sight?
Traditionally, the kind of war-grade weapons that you see in favelas, they're not new. That's been the case since the end of the 80s and early 90s. That's why we've seen increasingly high levels of gun death over the last 30 years within the city. But over the last number of years, 3 or 4 years, the government have been working on a UPP program, which is a pacification program, whereby the police become a consistent presence within those communities rather than the old-style logic of policing, which is go in almost like a military operation, meet head-on-head the drug traffickers, do what you need to do, and leave, which obviously creates a very unstable situation for anyone that lives in that community. And it's had quite a lot of success. It has a few challenges. It's been having challenges recently. This community hasn't been pacified, which is why you've seen what you've seen. And most favela communities across Rio that haven't been pacified, you will see that also.
How do you feel when you see these young guys with guns on their backs?
Very sad. It's an absolute tragedy. And it's society's problem. It's very easy to point the finger and say it's that kid's problem. Well, where did that gun from? I mean, we're talking about sophisticated weaponry. Those guns are not manufactured here in this city. They're not even manufactured in Brazil. The majority of them are coming in from other countries. Today, 7 in 10 violent deaths on the planet happen outside of conflict zones. They happen in urban centres. And the majority of people that are dying violently are young men, and they're dying as a result of getting access to weapons and getting involved in gun violence. So this is a problem that we've all got to face, and what we're hoping to do is not only learn here about how to deal with this issue, but spread some of that knowledge to other communities around the world, finding the people that are doing a brilliant job already, helping them to do a better job, and creating a global network.
So if this is the first step, what are you then hoping to achieve beyond that?
I opened a boxing club in this community called Fight for Peace as a way of seeing if I could start a dialogue with kids who are already armed, already involved in the drug trade, just to see if I could understand a little bit more. And we see this favela as a solution, not as a problem. Yeah, there are problems here, yeah, there are challenges here, but if you work with those challenges and you invest in communities like this, we believe the answer to these communities is in these communities. It's not something that's going to come in from outside. What we stand for as a movement, what Luta stands for, which is the name of the clothing brand, it's here, is people that never quit, that never give in, that just like a good fighter, know that to be successful in life, they have to really train hard and work hard, right? So those are the values that we're passing through our global network, but it's also a value that stands as part of the brand so that people can be part of that, and 50% of the profits go back into what we're doing globally. So 50% of the profits from this sports company are going back into helping young people in communities through boxing and martial arts, through education, through employability, and through holistic kind of methodology that we're using.